Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be doing a fragrance review of Terre de Hermes Eau Tres Fraiche. So stay tuned. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more fragrance reviews, cologne comparisons, and top 10 lists. So, Terre de Hermes Eau Tres Fraiche is one of the flankers to the very popular Terre de Hermes, which does have quite a few flankers. This is kind of the more, summery one. So being that it is in the season, I definitely wanted to check it out. This one has top notes of orange, watery notes, and citruses. The middle note is geranium, and the base notes are cedar, patchouli, and woody notes. So in the opening burst, this one has a very nice kind of zesty, bitter orange that really comes off like a peeled orange, and you're kind of smelling the orange peel. That is definitely what I get the most on the opening from this. It also has a little bit of a floral quality, which I'm going to attribute to the geranium, and that does sort of peek itself through, but it is fairly quiet. It's not something I pick up on a lot. And also accompanying that bitter orange note is the woodiness. So the woodiness definitely comes through, very supportive in the opening, but the orange is definitely the star player. Now, one of the other things I actually get with respect to citruses is there is a bit of a detection for me of this kind of lemonade vibe. So I think that's the watery notes mixing with the citruses to give it a sort of lemonade vibe, which is actually really nice and really refreshing. But that lemonade aspect is a lot more subdued than the orange. So in the dry down, the bitter orange does still play a role. It's not quite as tart or as bitter in the opening, and I certainly do wish it was a little bit more. I think that's my major complaint about this fragrance, is I do wish that opening bitterness did stick around a little bit longer. But what you do get is a subdued citrus with more floral, but it is again just the geranium and it's not overly done. To me, that adds some depth and class. It's something that's not too floral, so I'm not really a fan of florals. But I don't feel like this one really ruins the fragrance, which certainly for other fragrances, I do find the floral note to be, distracting for my nose. And then you get a lot of woodiness. I do kind of get hints of vetiver, but not really, especially not like any of the other Terre de Hermes colognes that are available. This one has a much more nice, rich woodiness. It's not... it's very hard for me to really pick out what I'm smelling. I definitely do get a little bit of that cedar mixed with a general woodiness and perhaps what comes across as some light vetiver. Now the performance on this one is actually quite good. I get about 8 hours longevity. This thing projects for about 3 hours on my skin, which is actually really, really good, especially given that this is a citrus heavy fragrance. And it does of course have that woody base, and I think that's what lends to it having a little bit more longevity. But nonetheless, that is quite nice. Now, the projection isn't beast mode. It's going to definitely make itself known. People are going to smell you as you start to get close. This is definitely not one that is just a mere scent bubble. It is definitely a cloud, and there is some nice sillage as well to go along with this one. So the performance, I have essentially no complaints. This is how I like most of my fragrances to perform. It has that nice projection, but it's not beast mode, and it does have good longevity, and the projection also lasts for a good about 3 hours, which is really quite nice. Now, honestly, this is a really, really nice summer fragrance, and that's one of the things I like about it, is that this sort of bitter orange vibe, this orange peel vibe that it has is definitely a little bit more unique than a lot of the sort of citrus heavy fragrances. And again, not that I don't like citrus fragrances, I love citrus fragrances, but this one, of course, gives it a bit more of a unique vibe. And what's nice about it, I find, is that the floral note does add a little bit of depth and class. So this is one I think you can definitely wear up a little bit. It can be classed up, but it's something that you can definitely wear when you're just chilling out as well. And I think this one is also pretty office friendly because it's not too strong, it's not too crazy, and it is one that is fairly mass appealing. Now, I think this one is best suited for the spring and the summer. You could wear it in the winter, but I don't know if it's really cold where you are. This might have some problems, but those woody notes are going to help it survive a little bit more. But ultimately, I think this is a really nice spring summer fragrance, and it does have a little bit of a uniqueness factor because it does have that sort of bitterness that a lot of these fresher fragrances don't have. So ultimately, this is one that I'm actually glad I checked out. I did actually originally first smell this one at the airport, and for some reason, it was really off-putting and I didn't really enjoy it. But I decided, since it is so popular, that I would give it a actual full wearing, and I am glad that I did. This is one that I definitely enjoy. This is one that I am certainly probably going to wear the rest of this decant as well. And I mean, as I, of course, investigate the line more, I would decide which one I really want to buy. But I think this one is definitely going to be one that's in contention. I like the lighter vibe that it offers. So anyways, guys, that's it for this one. What do you think of Terre de Hermes? Which is your favorite from the line? Leave a comment down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.